Okay, dweebs and geeks, I just had a huge revelation that is most relevant. And before you dare have the audacity to question the authenticity of my epiphany, remember, this video is not a joke. This video is not a joke. Jokes are not allowed here, except if they're coming from me, because I'm funny. Okay, my revelation is that Alien, the 1979 movie, can be considered to be the first Among Us match in history.
Don't laugh.
I know you're laughing. Done? Okay, now hear me out. We all know from the ages of history that Among Us is the world's most popular game, making the Super Bowl look like the cereal bowl, the NBA now standing for not bowling anymore, and the PBA? Okay, that's actually a really close second. Sure, Among Us has appeared in film before, but I may have found the first match in recorded history. Everything in the film and everything leading up to it has led to all the stars to align, everything falling into place. Don't get mad at me for pointing out the happy coincidence. I can't say it. Don't get mad at me for pointing out the happy coincidences of the universe. I'm just the guy who pieced it all together. Also, this has spoilers. If you don't want to spoil yourself and ruin such a monumental and historic moment, just watch Alien by yourself and then watch this next April. The only time you get to watch this video. I'm not allowing you to watch it any other day. Don't even try! So, where did this come from? You see, I recently decided to watch Alien for the first time ever, and holy cow, is this such a good movie? A great atmosphere, fantastic scenes, a great alien. It's as good as people say it is. Unlike Halloween! But then, by the climax in the movie, everything clicked for me. I don't even know if it was something specific, but I was like Walt Disney when he created the Mickey Mouse, or Thomas Jefferson when he invented the idea of stealing the light bulb. I had an epiphany. And now you shall carry the burden too. But even I know I just can't make a claim like that without some evidence. Much like Moses, who needed to prove his powers of God, I shall demonstrate. The first thing to note is how some ignorant people will claim that the Thing is the first Among Us match. I mean, the whole movie is about an alien who shapeshifts into others, and having all the crewmates say,
"Someone is a little sussy baka here."
So to anyone saying, no, the Thing would be the first Among Us match in history. Wrong, bucko. Alien came out in 1979, while The Thing came out in 1982. A whole 3 years later. And to cover all my bases to quell the paranoia, The Thing from Another World does not count, because if it did, then everyone would know who the imposter would be. Like, look, not a very good human disguise. People can't walk on fire. Believe me, I tried. Technically, yeah, this is based on a story from the 1930s, but come on. Are you really saying that you want this dusty book to be the first true Among Us match in history? How can I enjoy this? There's no pictures. Not sure, honestly. This isn't a video about books. This is about a true man's hobby. If anything, that just shows how powerful Among Us is. It transcends time to preemptively instill sus and imposter memes through multiple films to prep our brains for what was to come. For without that conditioning, our minds would explode from the sheer amount of awesome that will come down later in time. But now that's out of the way, let's move on to my main argument. What is Among Us? What defines an Among Us? The most basic definition for all the 5-year-olds in the audience is essentially a bunch of crewmates who must complete tasks while an imposter tries to stop them by interrupting said tasks, moving through vents, and killing the innocent crewmates. While space isn't a requirement since it depends on the map that you choose, it's most definitely space themed because the crewmates are essentially astronauts. Plus, the poster revels in that space theme. Do I really need to explain if Alien is space themed? It's called Alien. But then again, it could have been using the other definition for alien. You know, Mexicans. But Alien is most definitely space themed. Alien, first of all, takes place in a spaceship. There's 7 people here, which is the perfect size for a match of Among Us, as the minimum requirement of bodies needed is 4, and the maximum can be 10. So this is a feasible match. Vents play into a huge part of the plot due to the main threat being able to travel through said vents, killing people one by one and then disappearing through said vents. Most likely a fear that he'll be caught and be voted out into the voided space. After a body is discovered, there's group meetings that are put in place to figure out the situation and what happened. And how is the alien defeated, mind you? Boom, he got voted out. But I know what you're gonna say next. Grr, just a random, this isn't Among Us. There's no imposter here, it's just an alien. Are you really that dumb to think that alien is people enough that he can enter into a store like a regular person? First of all, secondly, there is an imposter here. And it's this guy. This guy has done such a great job in sabotaging the crewmates. He's the one that manages to let the alien inside despite the group chat arguing over team killing. And that leads to one of the best scenes in cinematic history.
Well, we don't have time for that!
He was sabotaging the rest of the crewmates who were just trying to do their task. And what better way to sabotage than to bring in an alien? Boom, easy win. He would have won that match if he used a better execution than a magazine. I personally would have gone with the hand of God. Now, I'm willing to admit that this is not vanilla Among Us. I mean, crewmates can't enter vents, only the imposter. And look at that, the other crewmates stopped an assassination happening mid-process. You can't do that in a regular match. My theory for these errors could be that this was a beta build of Among Us that still needed to figure out the rules to the game, or better yet, maybe it was a scrapped game mode with aliens thrown into the mix so the game wouldn't have gone stale. But it'll forever be a mystery until Ridley Scott stops denying his path and makes Among Us the movie based on the game, and then we make a game based off the movie based off the game. Boom! Corporate synergy right there, baby. But just a random, the alien should have won if there was only one crewmate left. That's one of the base rules of the game. Did I say 7? I mean 8. The cat also counts too. So therefore, the rules haven't been broken yet. But I will break something of yours if you keep interrupting. So this is the first Among Us match in history. I'll be the first to admit that this definitely is not the most exciting match to date. A lot of it is quiet, like, where's the jokes? Everyone's so serious here. It's almost like their lives depended on it. I mean, I know streamer revenue isn't all that great, but chill guys, will you? Oh wait, everyone was so serious. I should have made a Dark Knight reference. God damn it. This is definitely more spooky than an average match. So if anything, this implies that this might have not been a kid's game at first. Even if it's not as good as what will come after, this is still a historic day for humankind, as the first ever Among Us match in history. Can you just process that for a moment? Wait, this takes place in the year 2122. Among Us came out in 2018. Oh well, this video was a mistake. Shut it down everybody, shut it down, move!